this boxing. They be like, y'all need to stop it. We swipe our card and they rock us. These promoters, the sharks and they partners. It's gonna be hard trying to stop us. Speaking for the fans when I say they offended me. But really, y'all part of the problem. Blinded by how you don't see the real enemy. You motherfucker be tempting me. Don't like your energy, you think you pimping me. If I vote over 500 centuries, no penitentiary. I'm smoking plenty weed. I don't need no sympathy. Errol, Spence versus Crawford gon' be all the time. Regardless of who win or lose, they still gon' be in the Hall of Fame. So I ain't even in my feelings. Regardless of the rain, I'm chillin'. Numb to the pain, no feeling. Can't do the same dope feeling. We're good, but I ain't no villain. Lost my top, so it ain't no ceiling. Rhyme versus Tank, if I fight, I'm not feeling. Cause we already know that Tank gon' kill him. I wanna see Tank versus Devin Haney. Even Frank Moore. What about Shakur? Boxing is not a sport that we can afford. Cause we know that rich people ride the poor. This I cannot ignore. I've never been shot before. The pain is burning inside. My people died. It's just like a hunter who shot a bull. Damn. I put my heart in this boxing. They be like, y'all need to stop it. We swipe our card and they rob us. These promoters, the sharks and they partners. It's gonna be hard trying to stop us. Speaking for the fan when I say they offended me. But really, y'all part of the problem. Blinded by how you don't see the real enemy.
What it do, what it do? It's 903 Boxing. I'm your host, Charles J. Say, man, know this may catch you off guard, but I just wanna say it, and I just want it to be known. Ain't no need of hiding that shit. I'm not gonna sweep it under the rug. We got to talk about an issue that's going on in boxing. It must be addressed. Errol Spence and Terrance Crawford both look up to Saul Canelo Alvarez. They both look up to him. One might ask, why am I making this an issue? Because it is an issue. I'm explaining, and to those who don't think that they look up to him, they do. Make no mistake about it, Errol Spence and Terrance Crawford are two of my favorite fighters. I think they both are great men outside the ring and inside the ring. I think they dope as shit, both of them. I think they warriors. I don't think it's nothing they born. No fighter they are ducking. I don't think they have ever ducked a fighter. None of that shit. But Canelo has. Canelo has ducked several fighters. So I'm just wondering, and I just want to break down how two men who will fight anybody can look up and respect a fighter who everybody know has ducked several fighters. Been letting Canelo make it for a while. I throw in a little subtle shit, but I'm gonna break this shit down today. I'm just gonna break down. Canelo is you motherfuckers OG. 90% of black fighters look up to Canelo. How many black fighters have you ever seen try to shit on Canelo resume or just shit on him as a fighter and say he really ain't shit and I don't believe the hype? You know? I ain't heard nobody. Maybe a few content creators, maybe a few fans, but no fighter has said, man, Canelo ain't that good, bro. They ain't said it. Listen, my opinion, I'm gonna say some shit to make you motherfuckers put your blunt out. I think Errol Spence and Terrance Crawford have a better resume than Canelo. Not just that they better fighters. I think both of them are better fighters, and I think they both have a better resume. Let me explain. Well, with Bud, it's kind of self-explanatory. He beat Spence now. And before that, he was undisputed at 140. He beat Sean Porter, beat Spence, beat some dude, but he beat Spence. So at this point, he definitely has a better resume than Canelo. But let me break down why I think Spence has a better resume. I'm just going to bring up three fighters. I'm just going to bring up three fighters that I don't think Canelo has a better win over neither of these three fighters. I don't think out of all the fighters that Canelo has beat, they not better than these three fighters. Because Canelo's best win is Triple G. And after he beat Triple G, and both wins was controversial. So he had close fights with this dude. Right after that, Triple G lost to Derevchenko. We swept that shit on the rug too, and we act like that shit was capped. And he had a tooth and nail fight with that boy out there in Japan or some shit. But he lost to Derevchenko. And I thought he lost to Jacobs too. Or it should have been a draw. But that's your best win. I think Kell Brook. I think Sean Porter. And I think Danny Garcia. Maybe Because a lot of people look at Kell Brook losing to Triple G, but he did move up 2 weight classes. I think Kell Brook was a better fighter than Triple G. I just think he couldn't take that kind of power at 160. That's what I think. But I think he was a better fighter than Triple G. But yeah, he did lose. So one may say, you can't say Kell Brook is better than anybody Canelo's beat. But Danny Garcia definitely is. Danny Garcia is better than any fighter that Canelo has ever beat, and that is a fact. He ain't beat nobody better than him. Danny Garcia, 2-division world champion. A lot of people forget Danny a hell of a fighter. I actually thought he beat Sean Porter. And I thought he put up a hell of a fight against Keith Thurman. The only fighter that just really beat his ass was Errol Spence. But Danny a hell of a fighter. I think if you put them in the same weight division, same prime for prime, Danny would have gave Canelo a hell of a fight. I don't know. And plus, Danny got a granite chin. Danny has never even been dropped. I can't guarantee that Canelo would beat Danny Garcia. I definitely think Sean Porter is better, without a doubt. I'm gonna tell you this: Sean Porter is better than anybody Canelo has ever faced. But not only that, I can go a step further. I can argue Sean Porter might be better than Canelo. Let's talk about this because it sounds so outrageous. Bro, Sean Porter just went against, he fought, okay, he also lost to Kell Brook. And Kell Brook was a bad man. But bro, he lost to Keith Thurman, Errol Spence, and Terrance Crawford. Top of the top. And any other, if you put him in another division, bro, and he's not at this welterweight division, Sean Porter would have been an undisputed champion, bro. Sean Porter would have been an undisputed champion. If you give him the same run at 168 that Canelo had against those opponents, I see Sean Porter winning undisputed. Now, let's go over this. I said Sean Porter's a better fighter than Canelo, and wow, that's outrageous. But let's look at Canelo Alvarez's resume. He just don't get criticized for it. Fighters don't say nothing. Announcers don't say nothing. He lost to Laura, bro. We all know this. Every time Canelo has ever stepped up in competition, it's controversy. It was controversial with Triple G. And when he fought Danny Jacobs looked like he did not want to win. Danny Jacobs powered with that fucking jab the entire fight. Threw 3 right hands in 12 rounds. Yeah, everybody think he lost to Laura. Yeah, Austin Trout was a good win, but both Charlos also beat Trout. You knocked out James Kirkland, bro. Okay. You knocked out Amir Khan. Moving up from 147. What else, bro? You beat Cotto, you beat Shane Mosley, but they was both old as shit and they was past it. Completely past it. So people talk about a deep resume. I don't see it, bro. You had 45 fights before you ever even came over here to America, so it looked impressive and deep. But what fighters have you really beat this great? Like I said, Cotto and Shane Mosley was old. What else, bro? What do you got for me? Because I can't even count Floyd because you lost every round. You look like you didn't belong in the ring with him. And they babied you and said you was too young, bro. What has Canelo done? What has he done? Please, somebody tell me. What did he do at 154? He didn't fight neither Charlo at 54. He didn't fight Andrade at 54, bro. He didn't fight the best fighters in no division he's been in. At 160, Demetrius Andrade had the WBO belt, bro. Canelo had every other belt. Did not fight Andrade for undisputed at 160. He did not fight Andrade for undisputed at 160. He only needed one more belt. Andrade had the belt. And that's when he said, you want paid that, you want paid that, I know that, and all that soft ass shit. And everybody laughed and thought it was a joke. But nobody called him out for that. Undisputed all of a sudden seemed so exciting at 168. But why wasn't it exciting at 160? Because when he went to 168, he fought Callum Smith, Billy Ho, and out of every win at 168, I will give you credit. Caleb Plant was a good win. But if real shit gonna be real, let's talk real shit. I think Caleb Plant is a better fighter than Canelo. But what made Canelo ride, one thing I will say, one of Canelo's best attributes, he don't really give up in a fight, bro. He He gonna fight 12 rounds. He don't mentally fight. Caleb Plant. Not only does he physically wear down in the second half of the fight, Caleb Plant mentally wears down. And you know what's crazy? People talk so much shit about Spence losing, bro, but Spence got up like a man every time and fought. Caleb Plant was winning the fight, and in the 10th round, asked this man, how good am I doing? I'm pretty good, huh? He didn't receive really no backlash. Like, that type of shit is some of the softest shit I've ever seen during a fight. People let Caleb Plant make it over that shit. That shit was soft. And the next round, you got knocked out. Right after asking him, how good am I? Am I doing pretty good? He got knocked. And when you got hit with the left hook, true enough, it was a good left hook. He was hurt. But when Caleb Plant got up, he didn't fight for survival. He stumbled right back and went right back down. He didn't try to fight to get through that. He mentally folded. But yeah, it was a good win that you made him fold, bro. So let's talk about it. His best wins is Triple G, Danny. I'm not gonna count Danny Jacobs. Danny Jacobs didn't even come to fight. Triple G, that's your best win, and Caleb Plant. Okay, but we just saw what David Benavidez did the exact same thing to Caleb Plant. The first half, Caleb Plant destroyed David Benavidez, just like he destroyed you. Second half, David Benavidez beat the dog shit out of Caleb. So it your win don't look too impressive, bro. It shows that any aggressive fighter with power, if they're a second half fighter and come with the pressure in the second round, especially go to the body because he don't like it, Caleb will fold. It's proven. It's documented. So, saying that to say this, I find it amazing that so many just fighters period look up to Canelo. How is Canelo the OG of boxing? Why when he ducked, no fighter talks about it? Why no fighter talks about it? Because you can duck David Benavidez and move Jermell Charlo up 2 weight divisions, and I'm telling you, bro, everybody act like that shit didn't even happen. This motherfucker's a magician. This is an abracadabra type motherfucker. Canelo can duck a fighter and throw a wand at you motherfuckers and throw some bananas out there, and you motherfuckers will forget all about what he just did. I'm telling you, if he knock out Jermell Charlo, bro, they gonna forget all that soft shit Canelo has done throughout his career. They gonna forget, bro. We gonna forget how he moved up to 175 and fought Kovalev, and Kovalev never threw a right hand and came out after that fight and said, bro, that wasn't me. Nah, bro, that wasn't me. And he really told you he threw the fight. We just gonna forget that. We gonna forget how he really thought Bivol was the weak link and really didn't want to fight Better Beef, and he really thought Bivol was the weak link, and Bivol really beat him with a jab. Didn't even hit him with that many right. What a fucking jab you got beat. Not only that, the real reason why Bivol beat Canelo, so convinced, people are surprised how easy it was. It's because, bro, unlike other opponents, unlike Caleb Plant, unlike Danny Jacobs, Bivol didn't respect that shit. Bivol looked at him like he was just another fighter. Boxing is mental, bro. Boxing has a lot to do with mental. When you already going in the ring with a dude thinking he's a god, this is why I'm having a hard time trusting Jermell, bro. I think Jermell is a much better fighter than Canelo. Much better. He do everything better. Everything he does is better than what Canelo does. But he respect him. Both Charlos respect the shit out of Canelo. When he lost to Bivol, both of them came out and took up for him. He daring to be great, and y'all talking all this shit about him. He's still the king of boxing. Another thing, and I'm gonna leave this shit alone. Yeah. Let me explain how I think that Spence and Crawford both look up to him. They do. It's proven, bro. Before the Crawford fight, Spence was already talking about his dream fight pretty much is to move up and fight Canelo, especially when Canelo was at 160. It was a big, and Spence was saying that shit bigger than Crawford. That's really the biggest fight. You know what I'm saying? So he was willing to X out Bud to go fight Canelo. Same thing Bud is doing. Bro, if Jermell beat, Canelo knock out Jermell and tell Bud, I'll fight you next. Bud will ruin that whole contract with PBC just to get that Canelo fight. I'm tripping. Canelo is signed to PBC now. But he would do anything he can to back out of that Spence fight to take the Canelo fight because you're hearing it. And now, I just heard Crawford in the interview say, man, yeah, the Spence fight was big, but the Canelo fight versus Crawford, what's bigger than that? So they both are saying that if I fight Canelo, that's the biggest shit ever. They both believe that shit. Okay. Once again, Canelo. Why is there no track record of his pay-per-views like that? Why nobody ever talk about it? Last time he sold 1 million pay-per-view buys was against Triple G. Him and Caleb did about 700-800. He did 500,000 in his last one. Those are not face of boxing numbers. There's no. Why is Tank outselling? Why the Tank and Ryan fight outsold Canelo in any of his fights since the Triple G fight? As a matter of fact, it sold more than Triple G because Triple G did like 1.1 or some shit. But why is other fighters outselling you? Why is other fighters much more of a topic than Canelo? So this face of boxing it's the biggest cap that I've seen. Even after losing the Bivol, even after people are seeing that, like, listen, bro. When you the face of boxing, every time Canelo fight, it's around Mexicans. He fighting in Mexico. He fighting in Vegas. He fighting in California. When you the face of boxing, that's why I call Tank the face. Sell out in Atlanta, you want to impress me. Sell out in New York. Sell out in Philly. Sell out down south. Yeah, you can sell out in Texas because that's Mexicans. That's how he filled out. That motherfucker had 70,000 people in the Cowboy Stadium for him to fight Billy Ho. And nope, not now Mexican in that whole stadium knew who Billy Ho was. But you in Texas, bro. You gonna sell out. That's common sense. Show me you can sell out everywhere else. That's what you gotta do to show me. And Tank has done that. Tank fought in Atlanta, in Baltimore. He done fought all over, bro. In Cali, in Vegas. Everywhere he go, he sell. Canelo has not proven that. So, and all this ducking, like I said, bro, the way people were saying Bud was ducking and Spence was ducking, Canelo has been proven to duck fighters. No fighter calls him out on that. No fighter calls him out on that. No promoter, none of it. And y'all still say he the face of boxing. Prove it. How? And prove to me that he has this deep, great resume. He's not better than, and when it comes to all-time Mexican fighters, he's not better than Oscar. He's not better than Julio, not better than Marquez, not better than Eric Morales. Man, it's a lot of Mexican fighters he's not better than. So I think Canelo, in my opinion, is a top 5 most overrated fighter of all time. And at this point, yeah, Canelo, you on my hit list, along with Fatback Fury. Yeah, I think y'all the two. I just think Canelo a fraud, bro. And he done got away with doing so much fake shit and nobody got smoke for it. Why no black fighter got no smoke? And Tank, I'm going to keep reminding, Tank wanted to wear Canelo's gloves. You know what's the saddest shit about black men? Tank had Floyd, one of the greatest fighters of all time. If that was ever somebody to look up to, one of the greatest careers of all time, much better than Canelo, beat him every round. But Tank never looked up to Floyd. Tank still looked up to Canelo. But Floyd the one gave you a chance and brought you out them projects, bro. But he still looked up and admired Canelo. Man, he would have abandoned his whole team to go sign with Eddie Reynoso if Canelo had offered that shit. He would have went and signed and would have left him, bro. Tank was trying to wear Canelo's gloves. And Floyd said, take that shit off. Canelo don't fuck with you, bro. Anyway, and it wasn't until Canelo lost that Tank was like, yeah, I'm better than Canelo. But it wasn't until he lost the Bivol. So I'm just saying, bro, the way you motherfuckers respect Canelo, I never respect it. I never understand it. I just know, bro, I swear to God, these motherfuckers look at Canelo like he's a fucking god. But yeah, this is 903 Boxing. I'm your host, George. With that, I'm out.